U.S. and Chinese officials are meeting in London this morning for a second day of trade talks. The two sides hope to secure a breakthrough over export controls amid this ongoing trade dispute between the world's two largest economies. Ramy Inocencio continues to follow these ongoing talks and joins us now from London. Ramy, good morning to you. We've got day two under the way now. What is the mood around them this morning? Because I know that the rare earth minerals was a topic you brought up yesterday.
Yes, a tense spot here, but the mood actually appears to be optimistic, Errol. Last night, right here, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that they had a good meeting with the Chinese delegation as he was heading out. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick called day one fruitful. It's noteworthy that he's actually here because he's also in charge, crucially, of export controls. But across the pond, I should say, and across the pond over in Washington, Trump also signaled very good vibes. Take a listen.
We are doing well with China. China's not easy. I'm only getting good reports.
But wait, there is more. The White House's economic advisor, Kevin Hassett, also said something positive, Errol. He said that the U.S. would probably agree to get rid of limits on exports of some semiconductors if China opened the gates for rare earths to start going back to the United States. All these comments setting the table, at least for the U.S. side. Important to note that China's chief negotiator, He Lifeng, did not say anything to reporters as he was leaving. But culturally, I have to point out that that would be strange, dissonant, if he answered questions that people were shouting.
Right, okay, so those are two important details that you mentioned yesterday would be key in these talks getting somewhere. Also, the fact that this is even spilling into a second day itself, is that also a positive sign, considering it was only meant to be a one-day chat?
Yeah, you hit it right on the nose there. Talking is better than walking, right? Those talks restarted just a couple hours ago, and then in these next several hours, they could direct the economic path, fate really, of not just the world's two biggest economies, but potentially the world if things don't go well. And the White House willingly actually showed what it holds as, what it thinks is most important, the access to rare earths. U.S. high tech clearly going to be stuck without them. Last month, Beijing made it tougher and is now sending actually just about half what they used to send to the United States if you look at this year on year. Now, to get rare earths rolling again, there is analysis out there that maybe the White House could potentially limit restrictions or end restrictions on things like U.S. jet engines, chemical materials, nuclear materials, and then on some kind of semiconductors. But Kevin Hassett in Washington said that no, the most advanced chips for AI from NVIDIA would not be on that list. But the head of Huawei said that he wasn't worried about semiconductors, that China will find a way if they need to.
And Ramy, you were mentioning markets yesterday, reacting, it seemed, positively to these conversations. Is the sentiment still true today?
Yes, still markets trading fairly sideways right now until we find some kind of breakthrough, if there is a breakthrough like we saw in the first round of talks in Geneva. That was when we saw, for example, the S&P 500 and the Dow rise 3 to 4%, the biggest rally since COVID. So I think a lot of investors still are waiting on the sidelines until something happens. But again, we're seeing the first initial rays of hope, of positivity, coming at least from the U.S. side, but of course we're waiting for the China side to chime in as well.
All right, Ramy Inocencio in London with the latest. Thanks, Ramy.